My house. It is a place I am at yet not at. I am not at my house. I'm at my grandma. But it is still my house in my eyes. Really, anything can be your house if you go there enough. Vale is a place I go to every year and feels like home. School feels like a home when you have the right people. A locker room can be a home to some people. Now, why do I bring this up? Today I'm going to be talking about myhouse.wad. It is a map for Doom 2. Now, this won't be a traditional deep dive. This will be a shorter video while I work on my deep dive videos. Now, my house is one of the most dreadful experiences of my life. I use the word dread instead of scary because I think scary has lost all meaning as a word. Being scary is about how brutal a movie, a game, or book is. It's like all creators are like, wow, look how brutal our games and books are. And wanting to push out something brutal for the illusion of horror. My house is just a simple little map of someone's house, but once you're done playing it, it becomes your house. Because as Pyrocynical said, a house is only a home with people in it. Now, the first thing all of you probably notice are these horrendous graphics. That is because this game is running on Doom 2, a game from 1994. Now, this is important as the map was supposedly originally made by a friend of the poster, and the poster just touched up the map. The man who posted the map apparently found it on a floppy disk after he got it from his friend's grieving parents after the friend died. Now, he just wanted to add some tweaks and make it into a little more up-to-date version. This did result in the man's life being consumed by trying to touch up this map. He started having nightmares over it. Those nightmares make it into the game. This game is punishing to a degree of madness. Nothing makes sense. Everything goes back to the house. Airports, daycares, hospitals, all tied back to this house. It wants you to feel miserable. It wants you to feel so much pain, suffering, and self-hatred. It's a trauma loop. Most of us have been in this loop before. We just satiate living in this loop of trauma and we lose control of ourselves. We don't want to live in the past forever, but something in our bodies or our minds, it just makes us want to live in it. It is just living your worst memories over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. This game also has this area. The beach. No game has done this before. Many have tried, but all have failed, but this one succeeds. To most, this is just a crappy beach in an old game. To me, this is what happiness looks like. It's peaceful, it's quiet, it's comforting. There are no worries here, just me, the sun, and maybe some friends. This game was actually made after a breakup. A peaceful one, but one that hurt the creator. This mod, this map, it represents all of his feelings after such an event. This WAD comes with the journal, and I think this journal entry is the perfect way to describe trauma and depression in general.
I don't know if it's the memories of my friend that keep flooding back while working on this map, but I need to take a break. This project, which began as a simple cleanup and a release as a memorial, has consumed all my free time. Hours pass and I'm not aware of the time or familiar with the work added to the map. I'm gonna stop mapping for a while and come back later when I'm in a better place. Somewhere, in another dream, the version of myself that winked back is sitting on the real beach, happy and content, knowing life is finite. There is no afterlife, and happiness is found in the small things around us that we can control. Happiness has to be fought for.
Happiness has to be fought for. I have sat here for hours, days even, trying to explain this quote. Words can't describe how I felt after hearing that. I think I finally realized that the quote speaks for itself. My house is very special to me and reminds me of my trauma, my pain, all the emotions I felt after losing my grandfather to cancer. My life was falling apart. The news of another family member getting cancer filled me with dread. In the end, coming to the realization that I had to move on, that I had to live in the present and not get lost in the past, that I had to fight for happiness. Thanks for watching.